sensitivity to input costs and output prices are the another important prices. So how much of the effective and effectiveness in our project, so that can be can see in the our risk and sensitivity, and that means so how much risk we have to facing, and how much is affecting on input costs and output prices. So another one is scenario and risk adjustment return analysis. So every time, and you can see in the market environment. So a market environment can be changed. So automatically we have to see in the risk adjustment. So when risk can be adjusted in the market condition, so automatically we are getting in the more returns. So that can be telling in the risk and sensitivity analysis. So next one is farm financing options. So that is there are there are different sources. There are farm financing options, but there are three important in the economy. So that is a bank, cooperative, and microfinance. So these three are the very important financing options in the project to the farmer in the economy. So banks means that is the public and the private. So both are there ready to give the financial support and financial option to the who are do and who are set up in the projects in the economy. And second important source is cooperative. So this is a very important source in the especially in the agriculture side. So there are different types of cooperatives. The cooperative system is very effective and strong to give the support and boosting the our farm investment in the especially in the rural economies. In the cooperative, they are playing very important role. And microfinance. Microfinance always they are the another important source. So these two sources are not providing in some financial support to the farmers. So automatically, finally, we are going to the microfinance. Microfinance, they are getting more charging. They are give the more charges to the financing of the farm investment. So anybody, they are not going to the microfinance, but these are the very important sources of the farm financing options. So next one is government subsidies and schemes. So at the initial stage and the middle stage and final stage, so the government can give the some subsidies. Why? Because the government cannot be give the subsidy. These are all projects that is not sustainable in the economy. So government they are give some subsidy to the farmer, and you can do continuous your project. So when we have to do that a project, they are increasing in the rural economy. They are increasing and supply the directly indirect employment in the these are all the projects they are implementing in the economy. So and they are introducing in the different schemes. Also, they are supporting to the who are set up in the different types of the farm investment. So that is another important option in the farm financing option. Next one is credit appraisal and the repayment planning. So this is another important thing. So when we have to give the credit appraisal, so suddenly they have a need of the finance. So automatically by using in these instruments, they are overcome the problems of the project. And next they are ready to the repayment and planning to the banks and cooperatives and microfinance. So this is a very important thing in the farm financing option. Next one is sustainability and environmental impact. So how these projects sustainable in the economy? So how they are affecting on the environment? So some projects, their initial stage, there is no affecting on environment. So at the middle stage and final stage, automatically they are producing some externalities. So how to protecting that externalities? There is a how to reducing the environmental impact of our project in the economy. So that is when we have to that type of externality we have to control it. So automatically there are less impact on environment and more sustainable in the our project in the economy. So in this, that is sustainable resources use. So in our economy, there are so many and plenty of resources. So that what type of requirement your project, so that can be you can optimally utilizing of your resources. Automatically, our projects have a sustainable resources. So in the second one is soil and water conservation. So based on the our needs, so we have to conserve soil and water and the long-term viability of investment. So you have a when you have to follow these two things, automatically our projects they are getting more viability in the investment side in the project analysis in our economy. So you can see me some example of top farm projects. So that is investment in drip irrigation system, cost structure and funding, and projected returns and payback analysis. So these are the very important things. They are some important in the farm project. So drip irrigation system means so the sustainable and less conservation of the water resources and reducing in the less cost structure and the funding in our project. And our returns we have to project it and we can do the payback analysis. So that is very important. And finally, in the farm investment, there is a effective investment analysis guide better farm decision. So how to do and how to sustainable and eco-friendly farm in farm projects we have to do in the economy. So that can be their guiding in the farm investment analysis. And to ensure profitability and reduces risk. So that is another important thing in the farm investment analysis. So promote the sustainable agricultural practices. So in our economy, they have a so many practices are there. So, but which practice is very important and which practice they are giving in the sustainable agriculture. So that can be they are adopting and you can adopting and you can implementing so that type of practices in our project analysis. So in this is the very important of the farm investment analysis. So this is the another important aspect of the financial aspect of the project analysis. So one more concept that is so financial analysis of an agribusiness farm. So this is the final aspect of the financial aspect of project analysis. So in this, that is final analysis and agri business farm. So in this, there is a some introduction to the agri-business financial analysis and overview of financial statements and key financial ratios and metrics and industry-specific performance indicators and risk assessment and comparative analysis and valuation methods. So these are the some important concepts in the agri-business farm in financial analysis. So especially in the rural economy, so the government they give the farmer support to the you can do and you can set up, you can train the different types of agri-business farms. So in this, there are first important thing is the financial analysis and the financial need of the agri-business farm. So in this, there are purpose of financial analysis in agri-business. unique characteristics of agricultural finance, seasonal revenue patterns, weather-dependent operations, and commodity price viability, government subsidy consideration, land-intensive capital structure. These are the important areas in the agro business area. So another thing is the overview of financial statement, that is balance sheet analysis and asset structures, that is land, equipment, biological assets, and debt composition and leverage and equity structure. So this is the overall some financial statements of the project. So in this, another thing is income statement analysis. So in the income statement analysis, revenue seasonality, cost structure, and variable versus fixed in cost structure. So that is in the cost, there are two important concepts. That is how much of variable cost and how much of fixed cost. So in variable cost, what type of input we need, and fixed cost, what type of input we need to start our startups in the economy. So another thing is profit margin across agricultural cycle. So how much of margin we are expecting, so that margin is sufficient to the our project or not. So that can be, you can see in the income state analysis and cash flow statement. So in the cash flow statement, there is a operational cash flow pattern, investment in productive assets, and financing activities. In the cash flow statement, there these three are the very important. So that is operational means, so at the starting to the ending final stage. So what type of operational cost we are including, and investment in productive assets and financing activities. So these are all the some important statements in the agri-business firm, and key financial ratios. So by estimating in the, these are all the ratios, and you can estimate in the our profitability. So that is gross profit margin, that is the revenue, and revenue means, and the cost of the government subsidies and revenues of the this one, that is gross profit margin, and operating profit margin, that is operating income divided by the revenue. So net profit margin, that is net income by revenue, and return on assets and return of equity, and EBI TDA margin. So these are the some important financial ratios. By using in these financial ratios to estimate in the project is profitability or not. So next one is some liquidity financial ratios. So that is current ratio, quick ratio, working capital, and day sales outstanding, and days inventory outstanding, and operating cash flow ratio. So these are the some liquidity ratio. So the project we are start in the and at any stages. So these ratios are the very important and compulsory. The project are maintained in these are all liquidity ratio in the project. So they are not maintaining in these liquidity ratios project. So the project they are facing, and sustainability is a very problem in the future and the present also. So this is another important thing in the financial ratios in the liquidity. So and leverage and solvency ratios in this debt to equity ratio, debt to asset ratio, and interest coverage ratio, and long-term debit to capitalization, and the financial leverage. So these are all the another important leverage ratio. So compulsory in the agro business. So we have to do in the these are all ratios. So in this, there are yield per acre and hectare, and cost per unit of production, asset turnover ratio in agricultural context, biological asset valuation, land utilization rate, feed conversion ratio, water efficiency metrics, energy user per unit of production. So these are all called the industry-specific performance indicators. So by calculating, these are all ratios, and we are estimating in the how our performance do in our project in the economy. Next one is agricultural efficiency metrics. So in this, there are three important areas are very important in every agri business. So that is operational efficiency and input efficiency, land productivity. So in the operational efficiency, there are three important concepts in the agricultural efficiency. That is output per labor hour, machinery utilization rate, and seasonal labor cost and management. So by estimating and seeing these three, or we can easily say that our operational efficiently they are working or not, they are saying easily. So and the input efficiency. So how our projects they are taken in the input effectively and optimally. So in this, that is the cost of input per unit of output. So fertilizer, pesticide efficiency, and seed efficiency ratio. So that is a very important in input efficiency. So when we are going optimally using of input, so automatically they are reducing the waste and reducing the externality. They are not arising in the environmental problems in the economy. So this is another important thing in the agricultural efficiency metric. And land productivity, revenue per acre and hectare, profit per acre and hectare, and multi-cropping efficiency. So land productivity they are increasing or not. So that can be you can see that in the final one. So by using in these three metrics, so you can easily estimate our what is our agricultural efficiency. And next one is seasonal performance analysis. So that is quarter by quarter performance trend, revenue and cost seasonality pattern, working capital management through season, off-season financial strategies, inventory management through harvesting cycles, and cost flow planning for planning and harvest season. So these are all the some seasonal performance analysis. So every season wise, we have to do analysis, and we are estimating our efficiency is good or not. So finally, you can see in the risk assessment. So in the risk assessment, weather and climate risk, and market price viability, and the price trend analysis, forward contract evaluation, regulatory and compliance risk, and the biological and diseases risk. So in what areas we are facing this, in what areas we are not facing this risk to sustainably we can run our project. So in what side we are facing into this? There is a no areas we are not facing into this. Okay, it is good. We are going to run to the our project. So otherwise, so in any area we are facing in the risk. So sometimes to overcome the risk, sometimes we are not overcome, and immediately you can stop the project and you can change the another business agri business. So that is the risk analysis and the commodity price risk analysis. In this, they are exposure to commodity markets and historical price viability assessment, hedging strategy effectiveness, futures and options positions analysis, price risk impact on profit margin, and the contract portfolio assessment, impact of global market trends. So these are all the commodity price risk analysis. And by using in the commodity price risk analysis, so we have to how we have to introduce in our product in the market. So what type of problems and what type of viability and sustainability our product in the market can be, you can estimate and you can see that. So next we can comparative analysis. So that is benchmarking against, that is industry averages, key competitors, historical company performance, regional performance metrics, performance gap analysis, competitive position assessment, market share trends. So these are the very important in the comparative analysis. So when we have to launching our project, so compulsory we can do our comparative analysis. So in this, we are increasing the industry average or not. So there are some key concepts, competitors. So is there any competitors that are trying to overcome our project or not? That can be, you can check out. And you can see in the what is our company historical performance, and some regional performance metrics are also taken, and you can find out the some performance gap analysis. Is there any gap in the performance? Immediately you can solve and resolve in the performance gap analysis. And competitive position assessment is also another important thing in the comparative analysis. So next, valuation method for agribusiness. So in this, discounted cash flow valuation and comparable company analysis and asset-based valuation, enterprise value. So these are the very important valuation methods for agribusiness. So and the land and biological asset valuation. So in this also, land valuation approaches, biological asset valuation. So that is very important in the agribusiness form. And capital structure optimization. So optimal debt to equity mix and the cost of capital analysis, financing options for agricultural operations, and lease versus buy analysis for equipment, land financing strategy, seasonal working capital management, and government subsidy and support program integration. So in the capital structure optimization, so in every source of the our economy by utilizing in our project. So why? Because in different projects they are facing in the different types of the uh, optimization and providing some assistance to the project. So in that is we are taken in the capital structure optimization and sustainability financial analysis. So in this, that is environmental sustainability metrics. So in this they are written on sustainable investment, cost benefit of conservation practices, social sustainable assessment, economic sustainability indicator, and ESG reporting financial implications. So these are all sustainability financial analysis to the agribusiness. And technology investment analysis also. So this is very important. So in our project, what type of technology we are insert and we are adopting. So that is also very important thing. So we are adopting technology or not. So that is also there. It's based on the competitiveness and our project efficiency. We are utilizing compulsory technology. So next one is some important conclusion in the financial analysis of agribusiness firm. So that is some key financial strengths and weakness and short-term financial priorities, long-term strategical financial goals, and capital allocation recommendations, risk mitigation strategy, performance improvement, and opportunities, investment priorities. So these are the some important areas of the project. So we have to see in our project. So we have to touch these are all areas. So how our project is going on. So how we have to follow in these things. So next one is the action plan. So in this action plan, there is immediate action, there is 0 to 6 months, there is the key financial initiatives and risk mitigation priorities, and midterm strategies, that is 6 to 18 months. In that, there is performance improvement targets, capital structure adjustments, and long-term vision, that is 18 plus months. So that is a strategical investment and market positioning. So these are the action plans to our project. So when we have to start in our project, so we can do every 6 months, and 6 to 18 months we have to calculate what is our assessment. So what is the performance of our project, how they are going on our project, so that can be estimating. So you can see in this some data sources and some financial details and historical performance gaps and some methodological notes and some key terms we are using in our project, and we can see in this. So these are all aspects are very important in the financial aspect. So in this financial aspect, uh, you can do in the, these are all in the, they are different stages, there are different types of the aspects they can follow the our investment. So every project, the financial aspects are the very important. So without financial aspect, we cannot do and we cannot maintain, and you cannot take up any project in the economy. So this is another important thing in the project analysis. So already in the yesterday we are telling that there are four important concepts. That is, first thing is what is the what type of concepts and what is the project meaning. So how to prepare in the preparation, what type of steps we have to follow. So that is in the last class we have discussed. In this class, you can see in the financial aspects of the project analysis, and next class you can see in the what are the economic aspects, economic concepts in the project analysis. One more concept in the tomorrow, that is project work. So the project is workable project we are taken or not. So that can be, you can see in the another important concept. So these are four concepts are the very important in the project analysis. Okay. So these are the some important concepts in the project analysis. So Arnab, if you have any questions from your side to the today's session.
No, sir. You have explained very well, so I don't have any questions today. Let's see tomorrow.
Okay. So tomorrow you can see what are the economic values and economic analysis in the project analysis, and what is the project work and the project growth. Okay, so that can be, you can see in the tomorrow.
Sure, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for Arnab. Arnab, we are attending yesterday and today. So and
Yes.
tomorrow is the last class for your
Yes, sir.
course. Okay. So
Okay,
please
sir.
attend tomorrow also.
Lingu, maybe tomorrow is the last.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.